Hello everybody, this is Theo Jones, and I'm here to give you my take on the coronavirus. So, first of all, we should be taking certain health precautions. As you know, soap and water every time you leave the house and every time you come back. And it'd be nice to have soap and water stations in public places and at job places, in addition to the bathroom. And I use Dr. Bronner soap. I recommend other people use that because it does not have a whole bunch of toxic chemicals in it that you don't need. So one of the ways that we can win over the coronavirus is for everybody's immune system to be strengthened. So first we'll take precautions, and then we're going to do some things that can boost your immune system. So in addition to washing your hands, what I have been doing is making a spray bottle and with tea tree oil. Again, I'm trying to avoid toxic petrochemicals like hand sanitizer and other bogus Illuminati corporate stuff. So I just make distilled water in a bottle like this. I pour a cap of tea tree oil in with the water, and then in addition to my hand washing regimen with Dr. Bronner soap, we spray this stuff on our hands, and then you wipe your crease with your hands like that. So you've got the tea tree oil on your hand, and now you can get it into your eyes and your mucous membranes, and you're everywhere that your little body has holes. So that's item number 2. Now, we're going to get into an area where a lot of you may not be familiar, that there is a way to improve your lighting, and that is a thing called flower essences. Flower essences against the flu? Yes. I'm going to tell you people, don't get the flu vaccine. Don't get any vaccine until further notice. They cause more harm than good, and there's no way that you can make a vaccine that's effective against the flu because the flu mutates every season, and it takes more than 1 year to do the trials and the testing and the development for a vaccine. So it was never possible to begin with to have a working flu vaccine. Maybe certain other vaccines will redeem themselves and be possible. I don't know. We'll see. So we are going to talk about flower essences, and here we go, folks. This is what I've been using for over 20 years, and I've never gotten the flu once in my adult life. Did you hear me? And I haven't had a serious cold in 10 years. The last serious cold I had was in 2010. And so where do you get these flower essences, and how do they work? They're from Perelandra-ltd.com, Perelandra-ltd.com. This is an amazing program, amazing product. It's not expensive. It is non-toxic. It's all that this is an infusion of certain flowers, literally just flower essences, into distilled water and some vinegar. I like the vinegar. Other people get the alcohol. Of course, I'm against alcoholism and all the problems of alcohol, so I prefer to get the vinegar. And this way I can share it with my alcoholic friends. It's not an issue. So this one's called Immune, okay? There's 3 that I recommend you get. 3. These are like preparations of multiple different flower essences into a proprietary blend. One's developed specifically to boost your immune system. One is developed specifically for your respiratory system. Man, look at that, respiratory, no doubt. This is the bomb. You want this, okay? Everybody needs the respiratory right now. Everybody needs the immune right now. And finally, everybody should use lymphatic, because your lymph system is what is the transport of all the toxins and waste products out of your body. And Lord knows your body's working overtime, your immune system's working overtime to eliminate unwanted things. So these 3 lovely flower essences will set you back about 60 bones, 60 sway bone American dollars, and this is what you want. Everybody should get this right now. Go to the website, order it, and literally I have not gotten a vaccine since childhood. I have not had a flu since childhood. I have had no serious colds in the last 10 years, and there's something else about this unique product. It's not just that you take this and that's all you can do. If you want to get deeper into this program, there's something called the MAP program, M-A-P, Medical Assistance Program. And it's so deep, but I personally had my results using the MAP program. And I still relate to my MAP team, which are an energetic group of healing entities, the White Brotherhood, your higher self. I say higher self and Adi-Da, personally. And then Pan, the god Pan, and the nature spirits of your body. So your body has nature spirits that help you keep balance and harmony and health and vibrant, abundant, joyous, blissful existence. But you have to engage them if you want the best results. I personally recommend that you buy the book called The MAP Program from the Paralander website. Everybody should buy that book. Everybody should learn how to do a MAP session, which is 60-minute lie in bed program that you do with your flower essences and your MAP team, those 4 entities I mentioned that help you deal with any issues and all issues that you have with your health in the areas of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. So people, this is what everybody should be doing in light of coronavirus. Everybody should do these best practices concerning health and boosting your immune system. And that's your frontline defense along with good nutrition. And so I recommend a raw vegan diet, maximally raw, maximally vegan, and a maximum reduction in your refined carbohydrates of any kind. That's all your pizza, your donuts, your cookies and your cakes, all the white flour that's in your diet. The sooner you can get that down 80-90% reduced, the less inflammation you're going to have in your body. Inflammation is caused by these refined carbohydrates as well as a glycemic jolt in your blood sugar, which causes hypoglycemia, diabetes, obesity, heart disease, and death, as well as cancer. So we want to get your overall health raised up so that the coronavirus really doesn't have a fighting chance to hurt you or your family. So these are basic things I'm saying. Everybody should do these things. You've got to get your tea tree oil. You've got to get your Dr. Bronner soap. You've got to get your Paralander flower essences. You've got to get all this stuff in line. This is not that hard to do. And then we want to get 30 to 90 days worth of food and water put away for you and your family. And I'm not saying I'm all there yet with my own prepping, but there's way more stuff that we're going to do and that we can do to create security and preparedness and a lack of fear. So now we've dealt with some of these physical precautions. Now we're going to get into the spiritual side of coronavirus, okay? Here is the spiritual side of coronavirus. The coronavirus is, you could look at it as not just something built in some nefarious Wuhan laboratory by the deep state to eliminate the human race, or a last gasp attempt by the deep state to use their old methods of false flag and fear to get control over us again. So that's not happening. They permanently lost control. The cabal is going down, and we're here to witness it. This is the great positive Armageddon, the second coming of God. Everything good. It's happening, but it involves us as a human race having to come to a decision as a collective. And what the coronavirus represents on a kind of energetic and spiritual level is the collective intentionality of the human race. And it's the human race, in a way, for the first time coming face to face with its own existence as a species and saying, as a species, how do we feel about life? How do we feel about the continuation of life? Are we willing to do what it takes to love life and save the world and fix the world? Or are we in a pattern of self-destruction and determined to destroy ourselves? And the coronavirus says, well, I'm just a manifestation of your collective consciousness. I'll take you either way. If you want to self-destruct, I'll help you self-destruct. If you want to help unify as a species and have a shared experience where basically everyone on planet Earth right now is having the same experience and we know it. We're all afraid of dying from coronavirus or having it spread out of control and destroy our economy and destroy life as we know it and most catastrophic consequences in your deepest, darkest fears. We're all sharing that same fear right now. And that, in a strange kind of way, is a shared experience of decision time. It's up to you and me and us. Do we want to live or die? It's as simple and straightforward as that. So this puts the ball in your court in a sense. There's no simple answer as to what the coronavirus is, except you make the answer about what the coronavirus is going to be. It's time, I believe, I've made the decision for life and that I love life and I love the Guru, Adida, and Santoshama. And the Guru helped me deal with the problem that was causing me to hate life and want to destroy myself and everything else. And that was my ego. So what you could say, at the deepest spiritual level, the coronavirus is a manifestation, a direct extension, a creative intention to have your ego destroy the world. Or have your desire for enlightenment save the world. So it's coming right down to the nitty-gritty of like, are you going to go with your decision to be ego and fear right now? Or are you going to go with your highest potential to be enlightened and surrender to God, Goddess, Adida, Santoshama, and be free of the ego and not have any fear of death or the coronavirus? I don't have any fear of death or the coronavirus, and if you're interested in more of the spiritual side of coronavirus, I recommend you go listen to Abby Normal on YouTube. And she's one of my favorite psychics. She has a bold and fearless, impeccable warrior of the spirit who will talk to anything, including the coronavirus. And I think she has a remarkable take on it, which is similar to my take at this point. And I got a lot of my take from her take. So the ball is in your court. The coronavirus is saying, you got to choose now. You're in the driver's seat. Do you want to live or die individually? And do you want to live or die collectively as a human species? Because now we are having an experience as a human species. Coronavirus has forced us to have an experience as a human species, and it's getting us in touch with our core fear, which is ultimately the core of your fear is ego. It's not any problem in life or death. It's not the mortal condition. It's not the burden of mortality that's causing your suffering. It's your ego. And Adida and Santoshama have the great and ultimate teachings on how to be free of your ego. And right now, live free. Yeah, live free or die at this point, just like they always said. So now is the time to live free or die. Live free or die. So that's sort of the spiritual level of the coronavirus as I see it right now, and it's all incredibly positive if you want to make it that way. It's the best breakthrough of the human race, and it's a tactical thing. So let's get down to the tactical level of the coronavirus and the strategic level. What if, I don't know, I can't say this is true or not, but what if, as some have been saying, the coronavirus is like a Trojan horse? It's a way to implement the over 100,000 sealed indictments against the bad actors of the deep state in a way that's under the cover of military martial law for a plague. So if you have martial law in place, especially in the hot spots where the cabal is concentrated in California, Washington, D.C., New York City, New York State, and other areas like that, that's where you would, if you were using the coronavirus as a way to do arrests without causing as much social unrest, or to have basically travel restrictions that make it harder for flight risks to move and escape prosecution. So some see the coronavirus as a cover. Coronavirus is multiple things at once, but one of the things it could be is a cover for the final delivery of these sealed indictments to all the bad actors, and really the final takedown of all of the core structure of the deep state and the legal resolution of all of the bad things they've done and tried to do to us. And then 1,000 years of peace for humanity, the golden age of abundance, prosperity, joy, happiness, and love for the human race. That's what I see behind the coronavirus. Or if we decide as a species we want to live, we want to love life, we want to love God and Goddess as we see them, and transcend our ego ultimately, transcend the root source of the desire for mass self-destruction, we can have this new golden age of human prosperity, abundance, joy, and happiness, and cooperation. Cooperation, tolerance, and peace, baby. And the Global Cooperative Forum. Like, we have all these great projects to do if we just decide to survive. And we have all these great ways to fix the problems. Very exciting, positive, super amazing, abundantly great, bright existence because of Adida. He is here. He's emerging through all of this too. So that's the best possible news. So I have a very positive take on it, but we have got to be vigilant. You have got to get ready. If you are still hating on Trump, you're still an unreconstructed leftist, or maybe flirting with communism, or all the mind control hasn't been broken up in you yet, and if you haven't had your walk away or waking up moment with regards to the Democratic Party, you need to get active on dealing with that, because the longer you wait to do that, the more traumatic and difficult it's going to be to face the truth. But the truth is, the storm is here, the truth is coming, QAnon is real, WikiLeaks is real, and those are your areas where you need to start researching, is QAnon and WikiLeaks, and get with the program and Trump's tweets. So there you have it, folks. This is a program for dealing with the coronavirus, and you don't need to fear the coronavirus at all. You don't need to fear death at all. But you should have a little bit of fear of God, because it's God and Adida's instruction and his blessing ability to take you beyond your ego that's the ultimate solution to the coronavirus. So with that, peace and blessings, everybody, health, and safe travel. Da.